Katrina Dimaranan representing the City of Taguig, and I just want to say thank you so much for continuous support in our journey for the Miss Universe Philippines 2021 title. I hope that you guys continue to support us because I know that your products are great. Stay safe, God bless.
Now for the delegates from Visayas.
Taguig, Katrina Dimaranan.
Next.
Katrina, what's the most important lesson you learned in the past week?
The most important lesson I've learned in the past week would have to be the ability to adapt and stay patient. As we know, there are so many things changing around us, not only outside of our bubble here in Miss Universe Philippines, but also just in our nation. And especially during all of the activities where we have sponsor shoots, we don't know our time calls or call times and all of the scheduling that we have to do. It's important for us women to be able to adapt to whatever is thrown at us, and also to be able to be patient and know that everything is happening for a reason.
If beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, in whose eyes are you beautiful?
I think in God's eyes. Actually, I know in God's eyes, because I have always been very close with my God. And since I was a kid, I understand, and even throughout my life, I've always believed that God is the only person who is able to judge us, and He's the only person who is able to criticize or help us and guide us. So it would be in God's eyes that I'm beautiful.
If we truly learn from our mistakes, would you advise a young person to keep making them?
I would not advise them to make mistakes, but if they were to make mistakes, I would tell them that it's completely okay, because our mistakes is how we grow as a person, and we should take lessons from each of those mistakes in order for us to grow into better people.
If you have the power to do one of the following: eliminate poverty and hunger, a government with no graft and corruption, or solve all environmental problems, which would you choose?
I would choose A, to diminish poverty and homelessness. Having experienced it myself, I know how much it can affect a person. And I think that if we do our best to eliminate poverty, or to at least help alleviate the homeless, that these people can be integrated back into society, and these people can turn into someone who can bring positive joy and positive light into the world, and also to be able to create change that we need right now.
If you were to add to cart one item to buy on Lazada to send to all Filipinas to help inspire them during this time, what would it be and why?
It would have to be affirmation cards. And I've said this in my video, and I still stand by it today, because for me, something that I've always had even in high school, where I take one piece of affirmation card, well, in high school it's a sticky note, and it would inspire me and really set my day for me. And now, especially during this pandemic where we are hurting as people and hurting as a nation, it's so important for us to really inspire ourselves. And by then, can we only inspire others? So, affirmation cards.
Thank you very much.
Taguig. Six more spots left. Come join the fun. Congratulations too. Cebu Province. Taguig.
I lost a dear friend a couple of weeks ago, Emmett, who was Mr. Island. And he was the kindest soul that endured bullying. And I was deeply saddened and found myself at loss, but I realized that for us to overcome adversity, we need to remind ourselves that we are humans and have emotions so that we can begin healing and gain our strength back to achieve true greatness in life.
Cebu Province. You are part of the top 10. Taguig. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. It says here that in your interviews, you often talk about your mother and your grandmother. What would you tell a young girl who feels lost and does not have strong female role models in her life?
I would tell a young girl that a role model could come from anyone. It can be someone that you know, as long as they aspire and inspire you, and as long as there's someone who pushes you to be your best. It can be a neighbor, your teacher, your classmates. And I'd also remind her that just try to find the good in someone, because you never know. One day, she can also become a role model for someone else as well.
Thank you, Katrina. Ladies and gentlemen, Taguig. Here are this year's top 5. Taguig! There you have it, Philippines. This is your top 5, and one of them is going to be the next Miss Universe Philippines 2021. All you have to do is tell me which envelope you pick, and I will read the question, okay? Here we go with our next beautiful contestant, Taguig. Good evening, Katrina. Choose a number. 4. 4. 4. One more time. Okay. Microphone number 11. They're working on it. I'll hold off on asking you this question. Okay, here we have a mic here.
4.
Oh! Okay. Question number 4. What do you think is the most inspiring quality that a Miss Universe Philippines should possess, and why?
It would have to be the ability to have compassion and relate to other people, because as we know, Miss Universe has to be able to connect with people in all different countries, from all different classes. So I would have to say relatability and compassion, because as a Miss Universe, it's your job to inspire others and to genuinely want to help, whether it be organizations or any companies or groups of people. So there you go, compassion and, of course,
Katrina, Taguig, ladies and gentlemen.